Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon requested by Rudy. Thank you so much, Rudy, for this marathon. And we're going to look at some violins today. So the way Rudy themed it was, we need more violins. So this is 5 songs from 5 different genres. And we have the first one is Bombay Calling. It's called, I'm sorry, It's a Beautiful Day is the band, and the name of the song is Bombay Calling. Then we have East of Eden with the song Jig-a-jig. Then we have Charlie Daniels Band. The song is Orange Blossom Special. Then we have the band Kansas, of course, with their amazing violins. Angels Have Fallen. And then we have the violinist Chris Botti. It says here Emmanuel. Now, this is where I ran into some problems because this video, Rudy, that you sent me is blocked in the United States for some unknown reason. So I'll still found the song on YouTube, but the video is blocked. I don't know, maybe it's the violinist. I don't know, I mean, I do see the trumpet player, which I think that's Chris Botti, but unfortunately I can't, the link that you send me is blocked. And then I pulled it up, a different version, and that only has a still image. So I'll listen to the audio, but we can't see the video, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. All right, so here we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thanks, Rudy, for your request. And without further ado, let's get into it. And everybody enjoy if you're new to the channel. I hope you do enjoy. These are all from YouTube, so if the music is not up to par, please forgive me, but most of these songs were not available on Spotify. So we're just going to keep it to YouTube today, okay? All right, so here we go with the first one, Bombay Calling. Here we go, in 1969, it says. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I'm like, this sounds like Child in Time by Deep Purple. It does a lot. The dum bum bum, bum bum bum, but only that. And of course, because there's keyboards here. But I mean, music tends to repeat itself, and maybe this was even written before. So let's be careful with that. 1969, I think. Child in Time. Let's see. When did that come out? Let's see. Now that I'm comparing. Yes, indeed, this one came out first. So here we go. So Child in Time. Whoops. Deep Purple. All right, here we go. Very cool keyboards, very cool violin, playing, and the organ. Let me look at the comments. Wow, I never knew this band promoted Deep Purple to do Child in Time. Wait. There's something in French. Wow. Sweet Bombay in Time. It's just like, but it happens, it happens that, riffs get played and licks, so I'm sure this wasn't done on purpose, but maybe if it was, it's so long ago, I don't really care. I love this song. Is a very cool instrumental. I love Child in Time as well. And I mean, people are going to compare, I mean, it is what it is, but you can't take away how beautiful this was played. The violin solo, just everything was very good. So, I think this was a great song, great style, great psychedelic style. Reminded me a little bit of the Doors, the keyboards, Iron Butterfly, that kind of stuff. But yeah, of course, that lick was literally sweet. I'm Sweet Child in Time, Child in Time. But hey, I don't really care about this stuff. There was so many things like that. I just saw this movie Tar, and like Beethoven copied, like, I don't know, I don't want to say hundreds, but a lot of stuff that were literally written by Mozart, and he just kind of like borrowed them, and why not, so music tend to repeats itself because it is only, it is limited, so sometimes it tends to repeat itself. Okay, so now East of Eden, we're gonna go with Jig-a-jig. I love the cover. There's an old lady playing violin in the street. Looks like very, very like mid 30s or something. Let's hear it. Let's see what this is. What style of music? Is there a year here? Unfortunately not. It doesn't matter. Let's just enjoy. Yeah. Crazy. Insane. I love it. Okay. Give me 1 second. I think I have some kind of emergency call coming in. I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Thank you so much. I thought it was an emergency, but thankfully it's not. So, but it kind of like took me out of the immersion of the song. But I did enjoy it very, very much. Reminds me a lot of, I even pulled it up. This band called Secret Garden. I made a reaction to it. Very like Celtic music. Very, I think very Irish, influenced. So if you want to check that out, Rudy, it's on Earth Songs. It's on Spotify, and it's called Secret Garden is the band, and the song is called The Real. Basically the same style, very like song and dance of those times back in I mean it's still being played the same way, but it's very cultural to play that kind of like Celtic music, and it just sounds like that, and I love that. It's very hard to do on the guitar because of the scales. And all right, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you for that. Very different from the first song. So, but that's what Rudy's trying to do here. He's doing 5 different styles played with the violin, right? So now we're gonna do this is called, let's see, Charlie Daniels Band and Orange Blossom Special. Here we go. Very good. That was awesome. Yeah. I think that was like the last song. So here, a lot of people are going to be like in the comment section, no, that's a fiddle. That's not a violin. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's the same instrument. Some people some musical styles call it a fiddle, but it's still a violin. It's the same instrument, it's the same length. It's not like a viola, it's a violin. A fiddle is a violin. But the only difference here is the style of music. Like in bluegrass or country like this, it could be called, oh, you're playing the fiddle instead of you're playing the violin. In a classical setting, like playing in an orchestra, it would be called a violin. Violin music is not very improvisational. You just play the notes on the paper. A fiddle is the same instrument, just like that. You're going a little bit out of your comfort zone, and I mean, not a comfort zone, but you're just improvising like this. It was a solo that was improvised. You know, like you could say that Jean-Luc Ponty is playing basically the way he's playing it. He's playing jazz fusion, and he's using his violin more like a fiddle, you know. So yeah, it's like gypsy jazz, like Fiddler on the Roof, you know, stuff like that. But it's a violin, because even people have told me he's not playing the violin, he's playing a fiddle. And I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. I just wanted to get it out there to some people. They don't know the difference. Okay, so this was really good. I love me some, you know, country-esque improvisation. Now, one of the bands I'm going to see very soon with Alexia, Kansas. I can't wait. And every Kansas song is welcome in my book. They've just been very influential. I mean, even though I only had the best of for the longest amount of time, I've always been pretty much a fan of Kansas since I think 2005 or something, when I first got my hands on that record. And then I just, you can't really wear out a CD, but trust me, I wore it out. So here we go with this one. This is from the album. Let me see. Doesn't say. Sorry. Monolith. Okay, 1979. All right, here we go with Angels Have Fallen by Kansas. Here we go.
Angels have fallen, fallen from heaven. Where did they go? No one could save them. No one forgave them their chance to know. When I hear them below,
So good.
Well, you say that you've been here in this life and time. You say it's no good here. Well, you say that's so fine as you reach for your winnings, an angelic excuse. Around them you act humble, still you never refuse. You better tell all your people to watch for a sign to make them glad they are living in this life and time. The angels have fallen, they've all gone away. It's you that must find them by living each day.
Yeah. Awesome. Kansas is so special to me. I mean, I wish there was more bands in the progressive rock genre, you know, that use violins. But I mean, that's what makes them unique, you know, and that's what, for example, makes also like Jethro Tull unique, the flute, and you know, it's an it's a big add-on of a musician to play in a band with a violin in a rock setting, you know, and more in like such a progressive rock setting. I love their compositions. They're super complex. I love the both singers super very very much. I just love the whole concept of this album so much. And I can't wait to see them live, you know. This is just another song that's like, you know, being added to because I want to listen to Kansas as much as I can before we go. And I'm going to, of course, show this to Alexia. As usually, I'm going to show her the entire marathon, but it's just harder because she doesn't really have to sit down and listen to it. So I kind of like show it to her in the car, and some of the stuff gets forgotten because the impact is not as high because obviously she's not paying so much attention, you know. So, but I try my best to get her when she's like doing something on the computer. I play her like music, and then she can kind of like focus a little bit more. But this was a great song. I love it. More not so long, you know. I mean, usually, I mean, Kansas songs are not the longest, but on the normal side of Kansas, you know, they're all between this length. But really great song. I love all the sections. Also the guitar, the bass, everything. I mean, Kansas just delivers on all fronts. Okay, so now, unfortunately, this song, we were going to make the video. I was going to pull up a screen, and it looks like a very beautiful lady here who plays the violin, and Mr. Chris Botti. I think he's the trumpet player. I think he's the leader, or this is his band. But we have Lucia Micarelli. Maybe I think she's Italian or could be Spanish or something like that. And they perform the song Emmanuel. So I'm sorry about that, Rudy. I really tried to find this on the internet. The link that you send me is the video, but it's blocked in the US. So I guess you can watch it, but I can't. So I can't record it. So and I just hope that the marathon doesn't get blocked because I'm putting this on the marathon. If it does, then we're in trouble. But I mean, we can still put it on the Patreon. I mean, I would hate for that to happen, but the risk, stands, because if it's already blocked on YouTube, then I don't know. But let's just try and, maybe I could do something. Maybe, you know what, if I stop the video and leave it out, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the video and start recording again from this song, and then if it gets blocked, I just put it on Patreon. So let's stop the video. See you right in a couple of seconds. All right, here we go. Let's try this out, and I hope it just doesn't block the video, but I can always re-edit. If it did block the video, then we can do like a separate version or upload it on the Patreon by itself. But here goes Chris Botti and Lucia Micarelli with the song Emmanuel. Here we go. Oof, wow. Beautiful. Jesus. Let me turn down the applause because it's like 40 seconds, which they deserve, you know? That's it.
She's a rock star, Miss Lucia Micarelli.
Indeed.
I have to catch my breath.
All right. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I did enjoy that very, very much. Of course, I would have loved to watch the video with this beautiful lady playing the violin. But I really, really must say that I enjoyed the trumpet even more. I love trumpet as an instrument, especially when it has like this kind of reverb or delay. It has, I think this was more like a reverb. So I think, but in unison together, and when they were playing in harmony, it was beautiful. What a great track. Beautiful pick there from RUDI. All of them, all 5 songs are very interesting, very different. But I mean, that's what he ultimately was aiming at, you know, 5 violin songs, 5 different styles, 5 different moods. Very, very cool. I do appreciate it, RUDI. Thank you so much for thinking of something new for the channel. I'll definitely name this Violin Marathon. And yeah, so let's hope that nothing gets blocked by YouTube, especially this last one. You know, classical music sometimes is a bit more, you know, I mean, jazz and classical tend to block for some reason the most. Those are the ones that I've gotten blocked the most. But well, let's just you know, keep it positive, and let's hope for them to not do that. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, RUDI, for sponsoring this marathon. I do appreciate it, and I hope you did enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comment section. See you guys in the next video. Take care.